A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a long... And it'll bring up second.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. McClain. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll try the left side. McClain. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. He's into space past the 25. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, his first touchdown on the year. Let's take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Now Murray. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. 3rd down and 13. Murray going to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. But how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Murray from midfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyquan Thornton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now just...
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Calvin Joseph.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. McLean. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Richardson on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Richardson. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. That's caught right side by Worthy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. They go play action with Richardson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. There, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Wizards are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16.
And touchdown! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, McLean. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Right back to him on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Richardson looking to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Walker diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the fumble recovery, Richardson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Richardson going to move him around. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Sentinels will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Here's Murray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Yeah. Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Richardson looking to throw this. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Richardson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now it's Richardson. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that lead.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Sentinels take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Shotgun now for Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Murray and company going for it on 4th. That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Brian Thomas, 36 yards. And the Wizards' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully...
Oh, wide open, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Sentinels are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At their own 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Murray now to throw. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Now Murray off play action. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Wizards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Wizards 21. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. McClain. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Sentinels are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
And the Paris first down.
Murray going to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray got a man, and he hits him in stride. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw, it's Murray. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. So they bring out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They're on the 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll find Metcalf. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. 3rd and 9 here.
It's a gain of 13. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Play fake. Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Rolling to his left. He dumps it off for Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down,